You started your podcast to share your message, not to get dragged into all kinds of drama. But one of the most common podcast horror stories I see starts the same way. Two friends launch a show together, full of excitement, laughs, dreams of growing an audience, and then success happens. The show takes off. Maybe money starts coming in, and then suddenly things change. The co-host, who was originally invited to join the show, now wants control. They change the passwords, claim the name, and try to lock out the original creator. It can be a real nightmare, and it happens more often than you'd believe. I'm attorney Gordon Firemark, the podcast lawyer, and after 30 plus years working with creators, I've seen how co-host relationships can go from fun to frightening almost overnight. The good news, it's completely preventable. What you need is something I call your podcast prenup, a co-host agreement that protects you, your show, your friendship, and your future. Here's what it covers. Ownership. Who actually owns the podcast name, the logo, the feed, the audience? Decision-making. Who's in charge? Who controls creative choices, guest selection, and partnerships? The money. How do you split revenue fairly? What about the expenses? And exits. What happens if someone quits or gets fired? You see, a podcast prenup doesn't just protect you when things go wrong. It starts things off right and strengthens your partnership when they are going right. Because nothing builds trust faster than clarity. And here's something most creators don't even realize. When you don't have legal clarity, you're not just putting your show at risk, you're exposing yourself, your family. Without agreements in place, your co-host could claim ownership of the IP, your brand, even the sponsorship income. And if a dispute goes public, your reputation takes the hit. And when you have that protection, you send a different message. I'm serious, I'm fair, I'm professional. Sponsors and others notice that. So do the collaborators. And it makes you stand out in an industry where most creators are still winging it. So if you've got a co-host or you're thinking of adding one, this is your moment. Get protected before problems appear. Grab a podcast prenup, the exact co-host agreement template I use with clients at podcastlawforums.com. But your podcast prenup is just one simple component of the overall Easy Legal for Podcasters system, where it's part of a complete protection system for your show, your intellectual property, your business, and the future for you and your loved ones. Because in this Wild West era of digital media, being unprotected isn't just risky, it's a liability. And Easy Legal for Podcasters isn't just another legal product. It's your safeguard, your shield, your system to protect everything that you've built, and the people counting on you to keep it strong. In the next video, I'm going to share a few of the most common mistakes I see creators make that can wind up costing them everything, and some simple steps in the system that protects everything from the ground up.